Greetings, welcome to Planet Walnuts. Thank you for joining me for another collection overview video. Today I'm going to be going over my 88 films collection. And in this collection there are little sub-sections or sub-collections. For example, the red cases on the top shelf there are the Slasher Classics collection. The second and third shelf are the Italian collection. And getting into the fourth shelf is part of the Asia collection. So I'm going to go over everything that I have in my collection here in this video. You guys can kick back. It's just going to be a chill video. Get yourself a snack and a drink and kick your feet up, and let's check out the 88 films collection. So I'm sure many of you are aware that 88 Films is a British company, and they release a lot of, well, not a lot, but they have a mixed variety, I guess, of slashers, and they have a really cool Italian line. But they have very popular movies, and they also do release some obscure titles too. This company has been out for a while now. I'm sure a lot of you guys do know about them, but just in case somebody doesn't, I like to go through and kind of give some suggestions and show you guys what I have in the collection. Now, I don't have everything because over the last couple of years I've been kind of slacking on my 88 films collection, but eventually I'll pick everything up that I need or that I want. So we're going to get into this is the Slasher Classics collection. These were all released on red cases. So we're going to start with, these are all numbered spines, so I just put them numerically instead of alphabetically. So we'll slide these down just a hair and we'll get into this here. Spine number 1 is a film from 1981 called Graduation Day. It also comes with a documentary called Scream Queens, Horror Heroines Exposed. And this is a pretty cool release. Pretty good movie too. Spine number 2 is called Mother's Day. Spine number 3 is one of my all-time favorite movies, backwoods slasher, called Don't Go in the Woods. I really enjoy the movie. I'm a big fan of the backwoods slasher movies. Next one is called Splatter University. Kind of run-of-the-mill, middle-of-the-road type of a slasher, but it was still good. Slaughterhouse with Buddy, and the tagline is Buddy has an axe to grind, a big axe. And that goes all the way back to the VHS days. The tagline was still on the VHS box back then. Pretty decent movie, pretty good. Here's Hollywood Chainsaw Hookers. This one actually has Gunnar Hansen in it, who is known for wielding his chainsaw in the Texas Chainsaw Massacre movie. It's kind of a dark comedy. The next one is called Nail Gun Massacre. I haven't been saying the spine numbers, but this is spine number 7. The movie is from 1985. It's a pretty cool cover. The movie itself, again, it's kind of middle of the road, but it's pretty decent. Spine number 8 from 1987, Dead of Winter. You can see that they do have bonus materials on their discs. Most of these, if not, probably most, I wouldn't say all, but these are locked to Region B, being that it is a British company. I think some of them might be region free. The next one is called Hospital Massacre, spine number 9 from 1981. And spine number 10 is The Boogeyman. This is the original The Boogeyman from 1980. And this is spine number 10. Getting into spine number 11, we have Blood-Sucking Pharaohs in Pittsburgh. And I've had this movie for many years, and believe it or not, I have still not watched it. Sounds like something that Full Moon or Troma would put out. Let's see if that is a Troma movie. No, it's not. At least it doesn't have the Troma logo on the back. Next one is called Nightmares in a Damaged Brain. It's a movie from 1981. Spine number 12. There was a little 3-pack box set here. Stephen King's Children of the Corn trilogy. This is a pretty cool little box set. I really enjoyed the first one. But in this box set, you get spine number 13, Children of the Corn, from 1984. And then the sequel came out 8 years later. Spine number 14 is Children of the Corn 2, The Final Sacrifice. And then in 1995, Children of the Corn 3, Urban Harvest, spine number 15. It's a pretty cool set. So I was glad to have that in the collection. Next one is spine number 16 from 1988. This is Scarecrows. I love Scarecrow movies, although I have to admit there's not very many good ones. They're usually middle of the road at best or pretty bad. But there are some good ones out there. Next one is called Sleepaway Camp 2, also known as Nightmare Vacation in the UK. Part 2, this came out in 1988, spine number 17. Look at all of that inspiration that they have on their cover. You can definitely tell that they were inspired by other movies when they made this one. And they didn't take it serious. It wasn't meant to be taken serious. And then we have Sleepaway Camp 3, Teenage Wasteland from 1989, spine number 18. Spine number 19 is Scalps. Pretty good movie. Spirit of a Native American is taking revenge. Pretty gruesome kills. Spine number 20 from 1977 is called Drive-In Massacre. Spine number 21 is called Double Jeopardy. I believe the alternate title in the UK is Prozzy, and that movie came out in 1983. Spine number 22 is everybody's favorite actor, Lou Diamond Phillips, in The First Power. I have this movie a couple different times on Blu-ray. Movie from 1990. And that is spine number 22. So then getting into spine number 23, they started issuing slipcovers on some of their movies. And the first one that they did that for was Intruder. And this is spine number 23 from 1989. Pretty good movie. I enjoy it. Nice slipcover too. You can see that they had some good practical effects in the movie. It is pretty gory. Spine number 24 from 1986 is called Mountaintop Motel Massacre. A little tagline there that they had back in the day too. Please do not disturb Evelyn. She already is. And then spine number 25 is Return to Horror High. This one has a very early appearance from George Clooney. I believe it may be his first role in a movie. I could be wrong about that. But there's George Clooney right there. If it wasn't his first role, it was one of his very earliest roles. Got to start somewhere. Next one's called Hide and Go Shriek. Spy number 26 from 1988. Another one I love. This is a great movie. Spy number 27 from 1981. Another backwoods slasher, very well done, called Just Before Dawn. Very good movie. Spy number 28 from 1992 is called Happy Hell Night. Move this stuff around a little bit. Spy number 29 is called Luther the Geek. I believe this is a trauma movie. This one came out in 1990. Spy number 29. And spy number 30, this is the original, the Toolbox Murders. It has been remade. I believe it was remade in the 90s or the early 2000s. But this is the 1978 edition of it, spy number 30. I think, did Tobe Hooper have something to do with this? I don't think he directed it, but I thought I remember reading that he had something to do with it, but I could be completely wrong about that. Oh, Tobe Hooper remade it in 2004. That's what it was. It says right here on the back. It was banned this original one was banned as a video nasty in the UK. And then it was remade by legendary director Tobe Hooper in 2004. That's what it was. And the next one, spy number 31 from 1983. This is The House on Sorority Row. And I'm a big fan of these kind of movies too. The on-campus slasher type movies. These are always pretty fun. Spy number 32 from 1988, Slaughterhouse Rock. It's definitely not a great movie, but it was still fun and had a good soundtrack in there. Spy number 33 from 1983 is Sweet 16, another slasher. Well, these are all slashers. It's a slasher collection, but it's a good one. This one I did not really care too much for it. It's Blood Harvest, starring Tiny Tim. He played the clown in the movie. And I did sit through it. I had to watch it 2 different times to get through the whole movie, but I did get through it. I wouldn't watch it again. But it's spy number 34 from 1987. This one's very good. Spy number 35, Alice, Sweet Alice. 1976. I recommend that one. Here's one called Offerings. This is from 1989 and spy number 36. I haven't kept up with the company very much lately over like the last couple of years. So I'm probably missing quite a few, but it's not something that I can't pick up later. Down the road, I'm like at eBay or maybe a trade with a fellow YouTuber or something. I'll find them somewhere. Spy number 37 from 1988. This is called Bad Dreams. Creepy cover. I remember that cover at the VHS stores way back in the day. Spy number 38 is called Frightmare. This was also put out in the US by Vinegar Syndrome. It's a pretty good movie. I enjoyed it, from 1983. Here's another good one, Popcorn. Movie theater slasher movie from 1991, spy number 39. Definitely recommend that one. Spy number 40 is Student Bodies. I remember watching this in the movie theater back in the day. This was spy number 40, 1981. From what I remember of it, is this the one with Mark Harmon, or am I mixing up my movies again? I think I'm thinking of a different movie. There was kind of a black comedy or dark comedy, whatever you want to call it, with Mark Harmon, and they had it was like a summer school, and there was like murders. It was kind of a comedy horror. If you guys know what I'm talking about, comment below. I'm kind of tired today, so I'm going to kind of struggle to get through this, but we're going to get through it. I took a muscle relaxer before I started to record. Been having back spasms, so right now all of a sudden it just hit me. I feel really tired, but we will get through it. Spy number 41 is Terror Train, with one of the greatest, maybe the greatest scream queens, Jamie Lee Curtis. This is a very good movie from 1980. Very unpredictable. You can't really tell who the killer is. Christmas Evil. I do love the holiday-themed horror movies, and this is a good one. It's not a great one, but it is a good one. From 1980 as well. Spy number 42. It's a cool cover. And the last one from the Slasher Classics collection that I have, that, like I said, there are probably maybe many more by now, I don't know, but this is Schizoid, starring the very creepy villain Klaus Kinski. And this is from 1980 as well, Spy number 43. I'm going to pause it here for a moment, get a drink of ice cold water, and we will continue with these DVDs right here. Okay, so this little stack here that's going to finish up shelf 1, these are all DVDs put up by Full Moon. These were actually also put out by 88 Films, but these are all Full Moon movies. These are also spine numbered from 1 to 14. So you'll probably recognize a lot of these titles. These are the first movies I ever bought from 88 Films before they started to put out Blu-rays. So the first one here is, they call it the Grindhouse Collection. And this is Cannibal Women in the Avocado Jungle of Death. I'm sure some of you guys remember that, kind of a drive-in style movie. The next one is called The Day Time Ended. Pretty cool cover, almost kind of has a comic book feel to it. Spy number 3 is called Slave Girls from Beyond Infinity. Brink Stevens. Spy number 4 is called Creepozoids, starring Linnea Quigley. Dr. Alien, featuring Judy Landers. Those Landers sisters in the 80s used to give me woodies. What was the other one? There was Judy Landers and, no, it wasn't Ann Landers, but there was another Landers sister, and they were both very voluptuous, very curvy. But yeah. Spy number 6 is called Seed People. See, I told you guys I'm a little tired right now. A little loopy. Spy number 7 is called Beach Babes from Beyond. See, there's nothing wrong with getting a boner when you're a kid watching movies like that, but you shouldn't be talking about it. What's wrong with me, man? Next one's called Mandroid. Spy number 10 is called Laser Blast. Amazonia, the Catherine Miles story. I think that's also called Cannibal Holocaust 2, if I'm not mistaken. Spy number 11 is called Beach Babes 2, Cave Girl Island. Spy 12 is called Shadow Zone. Two more for shelf 1, and then we will continue on shelf number 2. This one's called The Creeps. I think this is out on Blu-ray now from the Full Moon website. I think it has been for a while now. Maybe all of these are, I'm not sure. And the last one for shelf number 1 is called Hideous. Definitely got to know what you're getting into when you're watching Full Moon movies, but I'm sure I don't have to tell most of you that are watching this. You guys know what you're getting into. There's a lot of fun to be had, but there's a lot of silliness and ridiculousness. But anyway, let's move on to shelf number 2. Okay, so shelf 2 and half of shelf 3 are going to be the Italian collection. And I really love this line. I think it's amazing. This is probably my favorite line from 88 films. So I'll go through and show you guys what I have. I don't have slipcovers for all of these, but these are also spine numbered. So we'll go by number and not by alphabet. So first one from 1975 is called Don't Ride on the Late Night Trains. Get that glare off of there. That was spine number 1. That was actually a pretty good movie. It was a good way to start out the line, and it keeps getting better, trust me. There's some really good stuff here. Spine number 2 is the Bloodstained Shadow, 1978. Classic giallo picture. Spine number 3 from 1974 is called Spasmo. That was from the same director of Cannibal Ferox. Spine number 4 is called Blast Fighter. So you'll notice it's not all horror. There's going to be some Italian crime, some Italian action, some Italian westerns. But there is quite a bit of like the giallo, the slashers, and some of the monster movies and stuff. There's a pretty good variety. Something for just about everybody, I think. This is a movie from 1984. Mario Bava's son, Lamberto Bava, directed this one. Next one, Zombie Holocaust. Spine number 5. Spine number 6 from 1983. It's called A Blade in the Dark. Another Lamberto Bava movie. Spine number 7 is from 1980. This is called Anthropophagus, also known as the Grim Reaper. Joe D'Amato movie from 1980. Pretty good movie. George Eastman. And then they came out with like a deluxe remastered special edition, and it had a slipcover. So I grabbed that one too. I think looks really good. It's a good movie. And spine number 8 is called Hitchhike. I'm a big fan of Franco Nero. I think he's probably one of my favorite genre actors. He's really good in the Italian movies. But his character was such a jag-off in this movie, I almost felt like hating him. But he was just playing a role, and you know he's a great actor if he can literally make you hate him in the movie. But this is a good movie to watch, and Franco Nero was a real horse's ass in this movie. Next one's called Zombie 3. Spine number 10, SS Experiment Camp from 1976. Spine number 11. Live Like a Cop, Die Like a Man. Really good, kind of a gritty action crime thriller. Ray Lovelock is in here too. I always enjoy his roles. He was a great actor. Next one's called Deep River Savages. I like how they made it look like it's a VHS box. Looks really good. Just a run-of-the-mill cannibal movie that was very popular in the late 70s, early 80s. Number 13. And they also did kind of release some of this almost kind of erotica type movies too. This is one of them called Emmanuel and the Last Cannibals from 1977. That is Laura Gemser. She was in a lot of these type of movies. Beautiful woman. Spine number 14 is called Burial Ground. I like the movie. I have a lot of fun with it. I've seen it enough times. 1981. And spine number 15 from 1980 is called Alien 2 on Earth. And something you got to know about the Italians is they would release movies in Italy with titles that were movies that were popular from the US or around the world. So it wasn't uncommon for them to make a movie. You could clearly tell they were trying to ride the coattails of the success of the Alien franchise. And they would just put Alien 2 on their movie. It's happened many, many times. That's just one example of it. But it's not even anywhere close to as good as the Alien movies, but it was still fun. But that has happened many, many times over the years. All right. So the next one here is spine number 16. This has a couple of different titles. It had, what was it, Beast with a Gun, and probably more better known as Mad Dog Killer. Helmet Burger. The next one here is called The Cynic, The Rat, and The Fist. And that was another thing too about the Italians. They always had very catchy, very long, drawn-out, catchy titles for their movies. It's a movie by Umberto Lenzi, who always also had his hand in horror movies. And this one has Maurizio Merli in it, and he was always a great actor. And Tomas Milian, for that matter. Both of these guys were great. Next one's called Hands of Steel, and this is spine number 18. Kind of a futuristic action type movie. And spine number 19 from 1973 is called Seven Deaths in the Cat's Eye. I think it had another title too, and I'm drawing a blank right now, but I think this one did have an alternate title as well. And spine number 20 is called Absurd. And some people call this kind of a loose sequel to Anthropophagus. Number 21 is called Short Night of the Glass Dolls. That's a title for you right there. See what I mean? It's pretty interesting though. Mouthful of a title, but interesting. The next one is called Massacre in Dinosaur Valley. Beautiful cover. Spine number 23, Enigma. Cool cover. I think I have that on VHS. Spine number 24 is called Beyond the Darkness. Awesome artwork. That's beautiful. And Spy number 25 is called Syndicate Sadists. Tomas Milian again. Another crime thriller. Okay, we were here at 26. This one's called 2019 After the Fall of New York. Action post-apoc. Another one similar to that. This one's kind of a sword and sandal barbarian type movie called Iron Master. Excellent artwork, man. These are really good. Then this one had a couple of different titles. It was called Amok. It was also called Maniac Mansion. Barbara Boucher is in here, I believe. Yeah, she sure is. Next one's called Delirium. Serena Grandi was another voluptuous, very curvy, beautiful woman. Played in a lot of those type of roles. Spy number 30. This one is called The Perfume of the Lady in Black. Another title for you. Number 31 is called Body Puzzle. '32 is called Cold-Blooded Beast. There you have your typical or stereotypical killer wearing the black leather gloves with a blade dripping blood. This one was called The Long Hair of Death. This one's called Touch of Death. This one had a couple different names. It was Zombie Creeping Flesh. It was also called Virus. I like how they incorporated both of the titles into the slipcover. Pretty good. Pretty fun movie, too. Another spaghetti western starring Tomas Milian. This one's called Django Kill. If You Live, Shoot. This is spy number 37. It's called In the Eye of the Hurricane, and it was also called Fox Velvet Tail. And I still have yet to watch this one. Number 38 had a couple different titles as well. It went by the title Watch Me When I Kill, and it also went by The Cat's Victims. This one also had a couple different titles. This was called Nightmare Concert or A Cat in the Brain. I'm sure most of you have seen this one by now. It's a Fulci classic. Spy number 40. Spaghetti western called The Mercenary. Very good movie. I recommend that one. Spy number 41 is Navajo Joe. Burt Reynolds plays a Native American, an Injun. Spy number 42 had a couple of different titles. It was called White Slave, and it was called Cannibal Holocaust 2, the Catherine Miles story. Spine number 43 is called Two Evil Eyes. George Romero made a 1 hour movie in here, and Dario Argento made a 1 hour movie. Yeah, it was pretty good. I'm sure most of you have seen this by now. I've seen that movie many, many times now in my life. Spine number 44 is called Nightmare Beach. And the last one for shelf 2, we got 2 more shelves to go, is called Eyeball, which is spine number 45. Beautiful cover. Again, it reminds me of some of the pre-code horror comic books from the Golden Age. That looks like something, off of like the Tales of Suspense or the Tales of Horror type books from back then. Awesome. So that is shelf 2. Let's keep moving on to shelf number 3. So shelf number 3, we start with number 46 on the spine. And this one is called Rats, Nights of Terror. Spine number 47. It's called Zombie Flesh Eaters 3. Spine number 48. A Black Veil for Lisa. I have yet to see this one too. You know what? Did I put this one in? I think I did watch this one. A limited edition booklet that comes with it. I think I did see this one. I'll have to revisit it just to double check. And number 49 is called The Green Inferno, another kind of run-of-the-mill cannibal movie where tourists get lost in the jungle and they're kind of being stalked by bloodthirsty island people, I guess. Spine number 50. This was a really nice little box set that they put out a couple of years ago. This is the Killer Crocodile 1 and 2 box set, collector's edition. You get each of the movies in their own plastic case. So let's see here. Killer Crocodile came out in 1989, spine number 50. And Killer Crocodile 2 came out in 1990, spine number 51. Hey, these are good little creature feature films. I enjoy these. And I think it's a beautiful set that they put out. I really like it. Okay, we got to keep moving here. Spine number 52 is called Paganini Horror. Daria Nicolodi is in here. And Donald Pleasance is in here as well. Daria Nicolodi was Dario Argento's wife, and she is the mother of Asia Argento. I'm sure most of you guys know that already. Spine number 53 is called Karate Warrior. Looks like it may be a kind of a Karate Kid type ripoff. I don't know. I have 2 of these. And this is called 11 Days, 11 Nights. I don't remember why I have 2, but I do. And then number 55 is called Beatrice Cenci, I believe it's pronounced, starring Tomas Milian. Spine 56 is called Paranoia. Spine number 57 is called Brothers Till We Die. Crime thriller. Spy number 58 is called Macabre, or Macabre, however you pronounce it. Another Lamberto Bava movie. Spy number 59 is called 7 Blood-Stained Orchids. Spy number 60 is called The Devil's Honey. Fulci movie. Spy number 61 is called The Doll of Satan. Spy number 62 is called Witchcraft. Spy number 63 is called Beyond Darkness. Cool cover. Then I'm missing spy number 64, which is The Nun and the Devil. And then the next one is spy number 65 here. That is called The Tough Ones. And then spy number 66 is called The Violent Professionals. And then I'm missing spy number 67, which is So Sweet, So Perverse. And I'm missing 68, which is Zombie 5 Killing Birds. I think I'm missing more than that too, but those are the 3 that I know for sure that I'm missing, the ones I just mentioned. So that concludes the Italian collection. So now the rest of these on the shelf are just kind of like one-offs, or just, you know, regular releases, I guess, that don't really belong to a quote collection. The first one here, these are in alphabetical order. I have the American Ninja Ultimate Collection 1 through 4. And it's a heavy set. They each come on their own disc. Those are pretty fun movies. I remember watching those on VHS back when I was a kid. Those are really good. Next one's called Bloody Birthday. Blood-Sucking Freaks. This is a really creepy movie. This is the uncut collector's edition. The Boneyard. Cannibal Terror. Again, if you've seen one, you've seen them all pretty much. But they're still fun. I like to watch those. The Creeps. Yeah, that's right. We did see this earlier on DVD, and I had mentioned that I thought it was put out on Blu-ray. There it is. I forgot I had it. But I think it was also put out on Blu-ray in the US as well. So the next one is a really nice edition here called Creepshow 2. The Dead Next Door. I happen to really enjoy this movie. It's very good. This was restored. They did a good job with it too. This is my buddy J.R. Bookwalter's movie. Dead Heat. This is a great movie. Cop buddy movie. It's tongue-in-cheek though. It's over-the-top violence. There's comedy mixed into it. It's fun though. It's a good watch. I recommend it. The Devil Hunter. The Devonsville Terror. Witchcraft type movie. Dogs. Cool cover. Eliminators. This almost looks like it would be an Italian collection movie, but I think this is an American film. Mandroid. Clint Howard in Evil Speak. Cool cover. It looks like a Graham Humphreys cover. I don't see. I don't want to waste too much time looking for it. It just says original poster artwork, but it doesn't give credit to the artist. It looks like a Graham Humphreys. I could be wrong. Here's one called Adult Fairy Tales, the director's cut. Here's one called Flesh Eating Mothers. Pam Grier in Friday Foster. She's always fun. I always enjoy those movies. Takes you back to the 70s. Frogs. Ghost Town. Grizzly. The trilogy for I Know What You Did Last Summer. This is just the thin release with the slipcover. I missed out on the box set before that. Here's an H.P. Lovecraft story, Lurking Fear. Who directed this one? Oh, C. Courtney Joyner. Okay, cool. Two more for this shelf. We have Charles Bronson in Messenger of Death. Revenge movie. Pretty good thriller. And the last one is Piranha 2, The Spawning. Creature feature killer fish movie. Had some pretty good practical gore in here too. Directed by James Cameron. So I'm going to take a break here for a second or two. It'll be a second for you guys. It might be a couple minutes for me. I'm just going to get something to drink and we will conclude with shelf 4. Okay, so getting into the last shelf here, we have Prison. If there's anything in here that you'd like to chime in about, or if you have any suggestions for me what I should pick up for my collection, or you just let me know which ones you think that you like, that you want to pick up. It's always good to hear from you guys in the comments section. Next one's called River of Death. Donald Pleasance is in here. Herbert Lom and L.Q. Jones, who just recently passed away. The Suckling. There's a steel book. As far as I know, it's their only steel book, but I do know for sure it was their first, if they have another one. And this is the Toxic Avenger. It looks really good. And then they came up with a slipcover for Part 2, the Toxic Avenger Part 2. This was an HMV exclusive. Came in like a slime green colored case. Really glossy slipcover. A lot of special features. I think there's a fold-out poster in there too. Here is the Urban Legends box set. You get Urban Legend, Part 2, Urban Legends Final Cut, and Part 3, Urban Legends Bloody Mary. Pretty cool set. I think that one sold out pretty quick. And they had a, I don't know if they still have this little collection within a collection. This was called the 88 Vault. And I only have, 6 of them. One of them's missing a slip. I'm going to remedy that at some point. I'll show you when I get to it. But first one here is 88 Vault Spine 1, called I Drink Your Blood. Very low budget movie, drive-in style. It has become a cult classic over the years. Spy number 2 is called Joe Bullet. Spy number 3 is called Pigs. Spy number 4 is Creepozoids. This is one I'm missing a slipcover for, but I will pick one up on eBay at some point. This is Spine 5, Street Trash. And the last one I have for this collection is One Dark Night with a beautiful slipcover. Adam West is in this movie from 1982. Then I have a little stack of DVDs here. These first 4 are Ted Michaels movies. They're calling it the Ted Michaels Collection, 1, 2, 3, and 4. So Spine 1 is the Doll Squad. Spine number 2 is the Corpse Grinders. Spine number 3 is Blood Orgy of the She-Devils. And the last one, number 4, is called Girl in Gold Boots. And then I had another DVD here that's not part of that collection, but this is the Spanish Chainsaw Massacre with a slipcover. Okay, so getting into the home stretch here, this is the last section, and this is the Shaw Brothers Asia collection. I have number 1 through 23, and again, I'm probably missing quite a few by now, but I'll show you what I have. Spine number 1 is called Hex. If there's anything you guys want to say about these, go ahead and comment below, but just keep it spoiler free, please. Spine number 2, these are all Shaw Brothers movies. Again, I think I mentioned that already, but this one's called Black Magic. Spine number 3 is called 5 Element Ninjas. Number 4 is called House of Traps. Number 5 is called Seeding of a Ghost. Number 6 is called The Mighty Peking Man. That's a beautiful cover. Number 7 is called Killer Constable. Number 8 is called Masked Avengers. Number 9 is called The Oily Maniac. Number 10 is called The Flying Guillotine. Number 11 is called The Bride from Hell. Number 12 is called Bewitched. These covers are amazing. So many different colors and graphics to look at. Number 13 is called The Brave Archer. Number 14 is called Casino Tycoon. One-Armed Swordsman. The Dragon Missile. Some of these are backwards. This one's called The Enchanting Ghost. This one's called The Ghost Lovers. That's spine number 18, by the way. The Super Inframan, number 19. Number 20 is called Black Magic Part 2. The Spiritual Boxer. The Human Goddess. And the last one for the entire collection is called The Vengeful Beauty. And this is spine number 23. So that was my entire 88 films collection. I hope I was able to give you guys some suggestions to pick up for your collection. And again, if you want to suggest anything to me or comment, whatever, just leave it down below. Thank you for taking the time to watch this. I always do appreciate it. Take care, and I'll see you next time. Later.